All right, the Card Commando here with you, and I am going to be highlighting another vintage Pokemon card collection that I bought. So if you pay attention to my shorts, you saw I did a little short sneak peek of this binder the other day. So it's actually a pretty good collection we're going to go through, and I'm going to try and highlight the best stuff. We're going to go real fast through the, just your commons and uncommons, because people I think generally aren't as interested in that. But we're really going to focus on the really the best stuff that's in this, and just kind of talk about the, some of the interesting stuff in this collection. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, as I pointed out in the short, this is somebody's original middle school binder. I'm assuming middle school anyway, where, they had their card collection stored. You can see, obviously, they were big into rap and hip hop, R. Kelly. If you can look real close, you can see they like the little Bow Wow, which I don't know why. I just think that's hilarious. Um, so yeah, definitely. Um, definitely a cool binder just to reflect on. But we'll go ahead and open this up. And I wanted to point out to you, some of these stickers that are in here. I remember getting these at vending machines at gas stations and stuff back in the day. You can see this one is a little California license plate. It says 2001. So I've cleaned this binder up a little bit. The stuff was just thrown in here hodgepodge. So I wanted to make it look a little bit more presentable for the video. When I went through it, though, I did find some casualties from whoever had this collection. Somebody didn't like whatever this card is for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I thought this one was really sad and kind of bizarre. So somebody obviously didn't like Vaporeon. Tore that card in half after they X'd out Vaporeon's face. And there's also some remnants of a Spearow and a Poliwag. So we'll get rid of those cards. So these cards over here, just standard run-of-the-mill commons and uncommons. What's weird is all these loose cards. There was this whole stack, or a stack worth of first edition Team Rocket cards. You can see some of them are in good shape, like this Dark Flareon. It's pretty cool, but something got on these, or I don't know if they got exposed to too much heat. I don't know what happens if that happens, but it's really unfortunate that some of these are basically ruined. I mean, somebody might want them real cheap for their collection, but it's just a shame that there's really not much that can be done with some of these. Some of these are great though. I mean, good shape. So nothing too exciting in there. Just your basic Team Rocket stuff. All right, so this next part of the video, we're going to go through a lot of the commons and uncommons that are in the binder. So we'll just play music or something and flip through these quickly, but give you guys an opportunity to look at them. All right, so that is all the commons and uncommons. So now we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more because we're getting into some of the rares and we'll be getting to the holographics soon. So, as you guys saw, we were flipping through that. There's cards from all kinds of early sets in here. I mean, all the way from base set to kind of through Neo Genesis. It looks like that they didn't get really any further than the Neo series. But there's nice Murkrow. Darkness Energy, both from Neo Genesis, a Snorlax from base set 2, Electrode from base set. I thought this was pretty interesting. You don't come across just first edition rares that often. Obviously, a holo rare would be better, but pretty cool to get a first edition Jungle Electrode. Couple different Electabuzzes here, both rares. Another base set Electrode and a base set 2 Electrode. So these cards are actually really nice condition. They have a little bit of whiting around the edges on some of them, but not bad. Nice Articuno from Fossil, Dragonair from base set and base set 2, Hypno from fossil set. So it's a shame that one's not a holo, because I think I actually need the holo fossil set Hypno for my collection. Mewtwo. This Erika's Clefairy, so obviously I reordered some of the stuff in this binder. This was actually loose with all those other cards, which is interesting since it's a rare card. Imposter Professor Oak, I'm excited about that. I needed that for my base set collection. Sabrina and Koga. Clefairy Doll is another card. I pointed out one if you were paying attention in the video when we were flipping through. Clefairy Doll is another card I actually needed for my personal collection. Pokemon Breeder from base set 2, Pokemon Trader base set 2, Item Finder base set 2. So now we're going to get into the exciting stuff. So the holographics. So nice Sabrina's Alakazam there. Koga's Beedrill. So you can see these cards are in nice shape. I mean, this was a well cared for collection. I think part of it, the guy I bought this from was the original owner. I think part of it was this being in the zipped binder. It was less exposed to the elements. So I think that was really helpful. This is a really cool card. So this is Dark Vespion. And I looked it up. This is about a 60 or so dollar card. So that's really exciting. I probably will actually sell this one. I know some people are into collecting the Japanese cards. Personally, I just want to have the English ones. I like to be able to read what they say. The Japanese ones are cool, but to each their own. Really nice Japanese sizer here. So once again, very, very nice card. A Dark Dawn fan. So these three obviously are all from the Neo series. A pretty nice base set 2 Raichu. This card is really exciting. So it is a Dark Dragonite first edition. So who knows, maybe those other first edition cards that were kind of messed up from the Rocket set, it's possible that they, came in the same thing as this one. It could have came in the same pack. And for whatever reason, something just happened to the other ones. Nice base set Gyarados. So, the nice thing about buying these collections is, when my personal collection when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of the cards. And, I'm trying to complete several of the early collections from when I was a kid, from stuff I actually collected. And, buying these sets really helps me get a long way toward. All right, so there's a nice dark Arbok there. A Dark Weezing. I already actually have one of these Dark Weezings, but this one's a lot better than the one I have. Nice holographic Sizer from Jungle Set. A Hitmonchan. So, some of these, I actually talked to the guy down a little bit from, the price we had talked about on the phone. Because when I got there, I realized some of these cards have a little bit of surface scratching. It's hard to see in the video, but the holographic surface on this one does. Nice Fossil Dragonite. One of the best cards in the set, obviously, base set Venusaur. It's not shadowless or anything, but I mean, obviously, it's a nice card, and these are pretty valuable these days. That card should be worth at least $50. I actually already have one in my collection, so I may try and trade it for a card I need, or I may just sell that card. I was really excited about these because I actually needed all three of these for my jungle set. So Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. So the Flareon is one of the ones I'm talking about that has a lot of surface scratching. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to highlight that with it in the binder, but right along here there's surface scratching. Oh, one interesting point I wanted to point out, just going back to the Dark Arbok. If you look, all of these, let's pull it out and see if I can highlight it. All of the Dark Arboks actually had an error on them that was never corrected. So any Dark Arbok you find is going to have this error. It's kind of hard to see, but on the copyright it says 1999 through 23,000 wizards. So there's a 3 added in there that just never got removed. All right, moving along. So nice base set Alakazam. A base set Chansey, another one I needed for my personal collection. A nice Neo Genesis Heracross. a Mr. Mime from Jungle Set. Really nice base set Ninetales. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Wow, I didn't notice that before. This is a shadowless base set Ninetales. Wow, so that, I mean, the value of that card just went up quite a bit. I mean, if you guys follow Pokemon, you know the shadowless stuff. If you're familiar with vintage Pokemon, the shadowless stuff is worth quite a bit more. So I can't believe I didn't notice that before, but I mean, that's considerably increases the value of this card. So I'm excited to look that up and see what they're going for. Holographic Dark Machamp, a holographic Kangaskhan, base set 2 Clefairy, a Fossil Zapdos. I might need that one for my collection. I've got several of the holographic Zapdos. I don't remember if I have that one. So that is all of, oh, almost forgot one. There is a holographic Steelix from Neo Genesis as well. So really nice card. So I'll show you guys. You can look along the backs of these. I mean, you can see that they're nice cards. I mean, the guy kept these in these sleeves the whole time. One thing that this guy did that I wish he hadn't done, but I was guilty of doing it as a young collector myself, is you really don't want to put two cards in the same spot there because you know, it tends to scratch up the back of them. You end up with more whitening and stuff that way from them rubbing against each other. So that's not something you typically want to do. All right, so that's the holographics. There is several pages worth of Japanese cards, so I thought I'd show those for you guys that are interested. Um, so, you know, I just want to put it out there. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. You know, every so often I'll buy a vintage collection like this, and I love to highlight them on the channel and show them to you guys. So if you're not a subscriber already, please be sure to get on and subscribe. So let's go through these Japanese cards. So some of these Japanese cards were loose in the binder, and you know, I put them in these to just show them all together. But you can see, like some of the other ones, there's some kind of damage on that one's all been up. But there's actually some pretty good ones here. There's a Sabrina's Gengar, so that's a rare card. There's a Giovanni's Pinsir, a Blaine's Ninetales. So what's interesting to me, and I don't know what the rhyme or reason for this is that some of these cards have rarity symbols on them and some don't. Let's see, bring it in closer. So this Giovanni's Pinsir has a rarity symbol in the corner, that it's rare, obviously. The Sabrina's Gengar does not have a rarity symbol, nor does the Blaine's Ninetales. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe that's a change they made at some point. I also don't know with the Japanese set if they did Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes together or if it was just all one set. So maybe it had something to do between the two sets. So a lot of these Japanese cards, as you can see, are from those gym sets. You've got some rare cards here too, Misty, Sabrina. I forget her name, and I think that's Lieutenant Surge again. So yeah, that is this collection.